I'm not one to usually blame the refs or officiating. I'm not really into all that conspiracy theory stuff, but I just watched the Texans get hosed, and the refs were blatantly cheating for Kansas City. And I already know a bunch of Chiefs fans are going to come in these comments and they're going to start trolling. They're going to say a bunch of stuff. They're going to say I don't know ball. But listen, I'm completely unbiased. I'm a Cleveland Browns fan. So in all honesty, I have not been emotionally invested into this season. I've been pretty checked out. But I was curious how this game would go to see if the Chiefs could translate their regular season success into the playoffs, because they really weren't that dominant despite their record. And yep, it was as frustrating of a watch as normal because the refs were just completely one-sided. And I'm not just saying the refs were cheating just to say it. I'm going to provide some proof because they were all over the place all 4 quarters of this game. I mean, off the top of my head, I can name 8 moments where the refs blatantly changed the outcome of things. So first off, we have this clear as day hip drop tackle that was missed. It's a brand new rule that was recently implemented, but this was the definition of it. Not sure how it was missed. And then here on this play when Mahomes was rolling out right, this was a clear as day hold by the right tackle, number 74. No clue how that didn't get called. And stuff like this is where it is just clearly obvious that the refs are favoring the team in red, and they need Taylor Swift to stay in front of the TV for the ratings. And then on this missed PAT, this was a mix of the Chiefs' devil magic and also just a blatantly missed offsides call. Not sure how you missed that. The ref was standing right there. Again, that's the 3rd one already, and I haven't even got into the nitty gritty yet. Before I continue on, I do gotta give some credit to the Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes though, because they are just so good at winning tight games. They just know how to win. That is pretty much their identity at this point, but it is really frustrating as a fan of literally any other team than them because it's just so blatantly obvious what's going on. Next up, this was probably the worst one of the game. This was the final straw. This is the one that had everyone flipping out on Twitter. I mean, the 2 Texans defenders literally barely even made contact at all. They completely missed Mahomes. They ended up hitting each other, and what do you know? The refs pulled the flag out of their pockets. This one was just brutal, and it was a complete momentum changer. And then this roughing the passer call came earlier in the game, but it was just terrible. He barely made contact. I mean, Mahomes completely flopped, and the timing was pretty good as well. Like, this was a good defensive play, but Mahomes falls, the refs throw the flag, everyone flips out on Twitter once again. I know I'm basically just saying the same thing over and over again, but that was the story of this game. There's not much more you even can say. It was completely controlled by the refs. The Chiefs did a really good job of controlling the score and then managing the clock, but besides that, it really was the Zebras, for the most part, that gave them the upper hand. But yeah, those were just some basic examples. There were some other really bad ones too, like some missed spots. I remember that one where the Texans clearly had a first down, but the refs marked it a yard short, and then on the very next play, they called an illegal shift, and all of a sudden it was 3rd and 6. It's just things like that is just terrible, and it's completely lopsided because it wasn't happening for the Chiefs. It was only happening for the Texans. I know it was a home game, but still, you gotta at least make it a somewhat level playing field. You can't make it that obvious. And as the saying goes, there is some truth behind every joke. So when you scroll through Twitter and you see all the memes of refs wearing Chiefs jerseys, I mean, there's a reason for it. It happens every single game, and it's blatantly obvious. But yeah, that's just my rant. There's really nothing I can do about this, but I think everyone sees it, and I know Twitter's gonna be fun today and tomorrow. Same as TikTok, even though I know it's getting banned, but these next social media. And I'm definitely curious to hear what you guys thought about this game in the comments below. That's all I got though. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe.